Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
Mara, I'm sharing my screen. You have to.
I know. I was going to do it. It just like noticed it as I was going live. I was like,
Come on, Mara,
shit that we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Intro. Remove us. You got to play.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. But the thread has tied together. No one can separate. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many. We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding. All because some would consider our power dark. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle. The gift of life. Come, claim your destiny. Ascend. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many.
I'm fully throwing her under the bus. She's the one who brought it up.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah. We're talking about that shit tonight, folks. Basically, like the little video that the lead actress for The Acolyte put out for Juneteenth. Against these scary racist white people, pretty much. You know, it's like, go figure. Isn't she like raised? Wasn't she raised by white parents or something like that?
Yeah, he's half white.
Yeah, so
I am convinced, that like she's always talking about how, oh, you guys are racist, blah blah blah. I'm convinced she like kind of hates herself. She really hates that she is half white. She really does. She's got that self-hatred.
Oh yeah, that's what I can't say this without sounding like a fucking old person, but that's like what young people are taught nowadays, basically, to hate an aspect of yourself. Pretty much, you can't love yourself unless you're fat, unless you're fat, pretty much, because like otherwise it's fat shaming. But you have to hate some aspect of yourself, like especially if you're white. Like you have like white guilt.
Live in Delulu.
Yeah. Oh my god. Slang nowadays, I'm like, could you speak fucking English at least?
Delulu. They live in Delulu. I sent Mara. Did I send you that? I sent Mara a reel on Instagram of slang now. Hold on. I'm gonna share it, Mara. I have to share it.
I know you have to share it. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
I sent her some slang and I was like, what is that? Skibbity. What is skibbity? Skibbity? Really? Skibbity is a slang word? Okay, I'm sharing this with Mara because it'll annoy the fuck out of her.
It actually kind of did, because I was like, what the fuck is up with like kids nowadays? At least, our slang wasn't exactly normal English, but at least it made fucking sense.
I live to annoy Mara. I sent her the same reel.
I'm not going to say what reel it is. I don't want any of you assholes sending it to me on Instagram, but it's like,
so I send her a reel every single day of this one thing. It's like one character singing the same song. I send it every day. Every day I send it to her.
Just to annoy them. Like, send it to your friend until they block you.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says, send this to your friend every single day until they block you. And so I send it to her every day. I literally follow that. I follow that account just so I can be reminded every single day to send it to Mara.
And I like, I messaged her back like you do remember I'm a military vet, right? Like, she's like, take my torture. So I'm like,
look, my hair is
all right, here it is. This is like just so weird.
Sigma.
Bad.
Skibbity.
Delusional.
Lulu.
Romantic.
Riz.
Not true.
Cat.
The greatest ever.
Goat.
I understand. Greatest of all time.
Looking better than someone else.
Mogging.
Someone you love.
Pookie.
Oh,
I don't think it's weird.
Sus.
I use sus.
Good.
Sigma.
Bad.
Skibbity.
Delusional.
I had no idea. Using skibbity for something bad is delulu. No cap.
I need to get the video of like, hello, fellow like kids. like that, like, Steph's like, hello, fellow kids.
No cap.
Hello, my fellow kids.
I've been seeing that a lot on Instagram too. They're like, is this cap? I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I can't. I always forget that cap is the opposite of no cap. I'm just so dumb. Are these words? These are words.
Delulu.
Romantic.
Yeah.
Riz.
Riz.
Not true.
Cap.
The greatest ever.
Goat.
Booty.
Gyat.
Yeah.
Looking better than someone else.
Mogging.
Mogging. I had no idea that mogging meant that.
But what is is GAT an acronym or something like that? Like, is it supposed to like each letter is supposed to have like a word and they shorten it to like that? Or what the fuck is GAT supposed to just fucking say booty?
I don't know. GAT. I got that GAT. Y'all know, you seen me. I got that GAT.
I
Someone you love.
Remember the reel I sent you with the
Pookie.
with the Japanese guy trying to teach the one guy like how to sound American when saying something?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets so frustrated by the end, he's like, give me my whip. So that's how I'm doing it. Like, give me my whip.
I like this one, Pookie. Hi, Pookie. That one's cute. Pookie.
Anyway, chat.
Something that's weird.
Sus.
It's sus.
Good.
Anyway, chat.
Sigma. The only Sigma I know is Sigma brushes. Like,
Sigma is a Greek letter. It's supposed to be fucking for a fraternity or a sorority.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's a Greek letter.
Yes, but like the only other time I've like seen that is Sigma brushes. It's a makeup brand.
I mean, that's a brand pretty much. It's like, Sigma. It's like it's taking from the Greek letter and making a brand name out of it. Not to mean anything else.
Stop it. Stop it, Mara.
Oh my god. I'm so fucking old, but I want to smack them.
Just relax, okay?
Anyway, so we have enough rage to talk about tonight because Acolyte and all you Star Wars fans out there, like the ones that like grew up with the original trilogy and especially the prequels, pretty much, found a movie web article saying how the Jedi were the bad guys for a long time now. So basically, it's not the Acolyte show showing them as the bad guys. No, it's not that at all. It's they were bad guys all along. We just didn't see it, pretty much. So we're gonna be when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. All right, so we're talking a little Star Wars tonight. Disney hiring practices. So white men need not apply. You're not black enough, pretty much. Yeah. All that jazz with the Disney hiring practices, where the VP coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, this is like this open secret that you all knew, pretty much." Yeah, it's true. And then Suicide Squad character artist confirms that the industry that we also know all along has a bias against attractive female characters. Shocker. So it's basically confirming that. And then had to talk about this. I would have made a video on it, but I didn't have time. But the War of the Rohirrim film. All right. The Screaming article saying that this film, upcoming basically at the end of this year, is the feminist story Lord of the Rings actually needed. All right. So move over, Rings of Power. This is the feminist story we needed. But anyway, Steph, before I say hello to the chats and go through everything, let everybody know where they can find you, all about you, all that fun stuff.
All right, before I do that, I have sent you your daily annoyance.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, what's up? You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, My Nerdy Home, everywhere, everywhere. My Nerdy Home. I've been thinking about changing that. Like, just everybody calls me Steph anyways. Just call me Stephanie. I'm actually going to go by my name, Stephanie, instead of My Nerdy Home. I've been thinking about changing it, just like, dropping it, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
Remember when it's like some like tard on Twitter is like, Stephanie? Like, it's like,
oh yeah. They're like, your
Stephanie.
parents really named you Steph. Annie. I'm like,
Yeah, yes. Your mom should have swallowed, pretty much. That's what I wanted to say to that.
You're 12.
Anyway, but yeah.
You can find me there. I've been doing a lot of streams. I haven't been streaming the last couple of days because I've been busy doing other things. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right. Yeah, chat. Obviously, you can find me here
after House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon tonight. Let's go.
Yeah. So we got to kind of like go through these articles.
We gotta go, Mara. We gotta go through these topics.
Hello to the chats. Sup, lovely ladies from Gravy D. Trey is ready for the cringe. Good to see you. Tiny Metal Trees. What is up? Terra Crystal. good to see you as well. Cajun Corey, what is up? Phil TMNT, I cannot read. Soul Assassin, hello, good to see you. Corey Cochran, what is up? I cannot read your name because I cannot read Russian. I'm assuming that's Russian. Hip hopper from other angle may be checked. Well, good to know. Wiley Dave, good to see you. Make sure I don't miss anyone. Spirian, hello. Cappy Nova, Azerworm, yes. Hawkswa, yes, that thing is going around on Twitter.
Hawk Tua, spit on that thing.
Yeah. She is the
Hawk Tua, spit on that thing.
Legend. She is the new legend. She has single-handedly made people forget it's Pride Month.
I know. I love that.
I'm not complaining about that, but
when I saw that, I was like, no, she did not say the quiet thing out loud.
Yeah, she did. She did. Psychotic Mongoose, hello. Conroy, hello. Making sure I don't miss anyone. Yes, we were late. I'm seeing, yes, the late and gay shit. Keely, hello. Good to see you. Jimmy the Kaz, hello. Max Von Priestley comes in just when you make me play that shit.
Maxfield.
As well as Mad Master Porky. Hello. Tessran. Yes, oh no. Yes, Jack of all casuals. Okay. Yes, that is a video because celebrate Juneteenth and stick it to the evil racist white people. Doc the Butcher. Yes, it hurts. It hurts. Steph hates us. Well, she kind of hates me too because she tortures me with this one reel every damn day.
See, it is torture.
Every day.
See, it's torture. It's working.
It's King of the Squibs. What is up? Yes, her father is white. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we need to get some more Hawktwas in the chats.
You got to give him that Hawktua. Spit on that thing.
And that's clipped.
Yeah.
Cookie was the one who gave your quality your relationship with, and even then, I wouldn't call anyone that because I'm like that's too cutesy. I'm fine with just calling someone baby or something like that. Hey, babe.
I like Pookie. I'm not mad at it. That's adorable. Pookie.
I understand that reference, GIF. Yes, I need that. I need that the clip of Captain America goes, I understood that reference. Let's see. Making sure. Dan Blackroyd. Okay, Steph, I'm pretty sure you've heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again pretty much. I told Dan that at some point I'm going to fly to Australia, and I'm going to bring all my cosplay outfits with me, and I'm going to stream me committing physical assault on him while wearing one of the cosplays of his choice, basically. So whatever cosplay he chooses, I will wear it, and then I will physically assault him on stream. And then make him lamb.
You're going to let her step on you?
Yeah, he's gonna let me beat him up, pretty much. So yeah.
Mara. Dude, young Ripa shared this.
Hey Nick, hello.
And I was like, dang, I remember Fruitopia.
Oh yeah, I actually remember those too.
He said the world went to shit when they stopped making these, and then I replied with Surge. Oh man!
You remember the high C that was like green? That was like Slimer green, pretty much like the Ghostbusters one. Remember that one?
No.
You made me feel so
then someone replied back to me with this one. Remember Sobe?
I remember Sobe.
Sobe?
Yeah.
I guess not. It said the world went dark the day Sobe closed. Do you remember that drink? That drink was good. I love Surge though. The Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, the Ecto Cooler. That's what I'm talking about. The Ecto Cooler.
Trey said they have Surge at Burger King. They do not. You liar! Stop lying.
That's what he said. That's what he claims.
Dude, Fruitopia.
Let's see. If I miss anyone, I do apologize because it jumped on me. I'm trying to make sure they don't. Ecto Cooler, yes. He says here they do. Here they do. So he where he lives, they have.
I am not going to California.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so what do you want to talk about first, Steph? Do you want to talk about Disney hiring practices? Do you want to talk Acolyte shits, Star Wars shits, Suicide Squad, or we'll save War of the Rohirrim for last?
Let's talk about the power of one, power of two. Let's talk about her.
Oh, God, yes. But I'll just read this real fast. If Mara wants to, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Phil, if Mara wants to be inclusive, I'll make the honorable sacrifice by using the race card to ask her out. If I rejected, you know she is a NIST. Yes.
So bored, don't fuck with your discourse.
And thank you also, Mongoose. Member for 1 month. Thank you. Okay, so I'll share this shit. Well, it's a Bounty in the Comics article, so I don't know if they have the video. Where are you? This. All right. The Acolyte lead, Amandla Stenberg. Amandla. Well, fuck it. Amanda. I'm calling her Amanda. She's not even worthy of me getting her fucking first name right. Amanda Stenberg.
No, she is. She is. She's gotten called out for pronouncing her name wrong. Her own name wrong. I'm not even joking. People called her out on Twitter because it's a name from like an African descent, and they take, names very seriously. And since she pronounces it like a Valley girl. My name's Amandla. Right? She pronounces it like a Valley girl, and she got called out for doing that. So I'm not even joking. She had to comment on it on TikTok. I'm not even joking. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'll pull it up. You keep reading.
She's dangerous. No wonder she can't pronounce it correctly. Hey, Disparu. But anyway, so she responds to critics with the original Juneteenth song, writes off unhappy Star Wars fans as silly racists. Yes, you're all silly racists for not liking the shit show that is The Acolyte. All right, so admittedly one of the more unique ways of responding to critics in recent memory, Amandla Stenberg has authored an original song in order to express her discontent with those Star Wars fans. Didn't she also start copyright striking people for reacting to the song?
I think that was like an automatic thing. That was an automatic like copyright detection thing. So when you couldn't like play long. You couldn't play it for very long. It had to be like clipped, or you had to like pause it and comment. So like when I was editing, I had to leave out a lot of it, right? So I had to like play it a little bit and then just like have them comment, like really cut it, not have them like watching the whole thing, because then it would get copyright claimed. Okay. So Wiley Dave says, I live on TikTok. I have to find all of the shit for TikTok Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. And so yes, I kind of do. Titled Discourse. The track was released by the actress via her personal Instagram on June 19th. In honor of Juneteenth. Yay, happy Juneteenth. The fake holiday.
Was penned, explained by Stenberg herself as a clapback to her supposedly racist critics. So happy Juneteenth. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright claimed. Played over black and white footage. Right, she fucking twerks in the whole thing anyway. So she twerks in it. So I saw a part of the video. Singing and dancing to the song as she walks around the streets of Brooklyn. The song begins with the actress clarifying that her previous admission, making white people cry, was the goal of her 2018 film, The Hate You Give, one of the most racist movies to ever fucking come out. I've never seen that movie, but the very first thing that she says on her song is, I'm going viral on Twitter again. And she's talking about how people, took that clip and made it go viral. And a lot of people did. And a lot of people were saying that came from an interview for The Acolyte when it actually didn't. Right. And so it was like going viral, getting printed everywhere. People were talking about it. Journalists were talking about it. And so she was calling that out. But then she starts talking about how, she's getting hate and stuff. And the reason that she said that and the reasoning behind the movie and everything. So, yeah. So, I guess it says here, going viral on Twitter again, open up the news to find some interesting things, blah, blah, blah. Trevor Noah, who's an idiot. I like how she calls Trevor the king. Yeah, like, king when imagine calling Trevor Noah king. Like, get the fuck out of here. I was running from city to city to speak on the story. You know the one, police murdering a black boy. My people cried in theaters finding release. White people cried that they could see us as human beings. Oh, I mean, like her dad never saw her as a human being before then?
I know, right? Yeah. So like the goal was to make this film so that way white people see them more than white people will see them as human, right? Because I guess like the implication is that they don't. White people don't
Yeah.
see them as human beings, which is hilarious considering she has a black mom and a white dad. Is that what they taught her? Like does her white dad not see her mom as human? As a human being, are these the
Yeah.
things that they instilled in her? These are the values that her parents instilled in her. Like it's such bullshit. It's just such bullshit. It's like, okay, white people seeing as human beings, you literally have a white dad.
Yeah.
You literally have a white dad who raised you. Is that really how they taught you to think?
And she's like, so I say white people crying was the goal. So her goal is to basically make her own father cry. Because he never saw her mother as human, obviously. I can't think of any other reason he would have married her. He doesn't see his daughter as human, obviously, because she's only half white. So this is obviously not, yeah. Imagine how awkward it is when she goes home after he's read her interviews. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of like the Colin Kirkpatrick situation all over again. Like this is a dude that was adopted basically by white parents, it's like, and raised in a pretty affluent neighborhood. So he said he didn't want for anything. Got drafted into professional football, right? And now he's going the route of basically screw white people. Right? White people are racist. Bend the knees, sort all that shit. So he even called his parents. These people who adopted him. They didn't have to. They could have adopted another kid, or they could just not done anything, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's that situation all over again. So again, I don't want to play the song.
Read the rest of the lyrics. There's more lyrics. They have it written down here.
Yeah, yeah. So to this end, Stenberg then opines, "Ooh, that's why they mad at me. They splice lines, make hate they recognize. Is this supposed to be music? Make it look like the same propaganda they spew because they conflate our pain with violence and try to weaponize everything that we do. The desperation of oppressors is rising, and now they're okay. So her father is an oppressor, and now they holding on to any of thing they can use. Like the inner English teacher in me wants to reach through the screen and slap her. It's not any of thing; it's anything. You twat." If you rely upon misinformation, that tells me you're afraid of the truth. She is literally spewing misinformation in this song. And she has the nerve to chastise people for relying upon misinformation. I'm not fucking rapping the lyrics.
Well, at least just read it like you're just try and rap. Come on. Just say, "Ooh, that's why they mad at me." Come on.
She's not even rapping. She's whispering.
You have to read it like she does. Okay. She said, "Ooh, that's why they mad at me. They spice lines make hate they recognize." You have to whisper it, Mara. Come on, do it. Do it.
If we so bored, don't fuck with your discourse. I can't. I fucking hate this current rap. Shit.
Here, read this one. Read this paragraph like it. Come on, this last line. Come on, do it. And now you listen.
And now you listening. I'm gonna tell you something fascinating. They spinning woke bastardize and appropriate it. Last I recall, woke was something we created. Speak truth to power. Keep an eye out for you silly racists. And now they use it to describe anything they threatened by. Remember when Childish Gambino put it in the zeitgeist? She actually used zeitgeist. Fucking hell. It was all about the people recognizing bigotry, the power of community, not fodder for your clickbait. I fucking hate my life right now. Speaking of which, journalists, I'm looking at you. Did you forget it's your job to provide the truth? Spreading divisiveness, mining the metrics and date. Seem you gave up all your ethics for money and views. And I can tell that the people are tired and the kids don't trust anything that they view. We can learn something from their discernment. The future's coming and it's always the youth. This is so shit.
What do you think about it, Mara? What do you think about it?
First off, Biggie and Tupac are rolling in their graves right now. I'm just saying.
I think that her line of she's trying to like throw it back at us like, oh, you're calling it woke? Dude, don't come on. You don't even know what woke means. We invented it. We invented woke. Go up. I can't remember what she said about it. Go up, go up, go up. Scroll.
I have to go back on the site, basically. So
yeah, right there.
Yeah.
They spinning woke, bastardizing it, and appropriating. She's trying to say like you're appropriating woke. Like no. She's like, woke is something we created. It's like, okay, yeah. Like it once was meant to say like, you're awake, right? You're woke. You've become open to all of the oppression or whatever. Well, now it's kind of like it's something different now. It was something then, but now it's something different. Now it's just like it's almost taken a whole new meaning, right? Because it's just a state of forever living in victimhood. Like that's like that's what woke is now.
Yeah, pretty much is. It's a state of victimhood, pretty much.
Yeah.
So hold on, is that the last? Thank God, it's the last paragraph. Okay, all right. So, my sis said, "Don't let it get down my spirits," but I'm sick and fucking tired of suppressing my rage. 400 years have taken their bullshit to compartmentalize like my ancestors had to encage. If you don't confront the pain that you live with, it'll manifest as addiction, disease, and hate. I've seen the infection repressing can give you. I'm not going to be the next one sent to an early grave. You're fucking sending my liver to an early grave. I'm gonna drink out of that shit.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Like, oh, I'm such a victim here. I am such a victim. All these people. I have to suppress my rage. I'm trying. I can't suppress my rage anymore. I have to let it out because I don't want to get sent to an early grave. That's what this whole song is, right? I gotta let it out. I can't suppress my rage anymore. I gotta let it out. We so bored. Don't fuck with your discourse. That's what the whole song is. Disbrew said that it's so funny that she went after journalists, considering they're the ones that have positive reviews about the Acolyte and everything. It's so true. Like journalists are 100% on Disney's payroll. They will write reviews, positive review after positive review, spinning the narrative, saying that like, oh, you're just going after this, actress because she's gay, or you're just going after this actress because she's black, or you're just going after this actress because she's a woman, black and gay, something like that. Like they will forever be take your side. They will forever be on your side, Amandla. So like you need to just stop. Don't go after journalists unless you want them to be mad at you, and then they will start writing negative articles. But I think that like her going after journalists doesn't really have anything to do with the Acolyte. It is boosting that clip because there were articles written about people sharing that viral clip of her on Trevor Noah. I think that's who she's going after, the journalists who spread that clip around, right? Because that's going viral, and she's saying like you just spread that clip around even more, knowing that it was taken out of context, and just because you want those clicks and those views, right? Don't you have integrity? Which is so funny, right? Because no, they don't have integrity. If they did, they wouldn't spin all of these narratives and bash fans. They don't have any integrity.
No.
They don't have any integrity. But because they wrote those articles boosting something that she didn't want signal boosted, she's calling out journalists. It's so funny.
Question I have here is when they say she comes face to face with one of the universe's first Sith, the universe they're talking about is just the Acolyte, right? Because I'm like,
what?
Sith have been around for a long time, but when like they say one of the universe's first Sith, I haven't watched any episodes, so I have no idea what like lore they're butchering. Like specifically what lore they're butchering, other than like everything pretty much. But it says universe's first Sith. Are they talking about the universe within the Acolytes? Like I said, they've been around for a long fucking time.
Yeah, the Star Wars universe. That's Milo Ren. A lot of people are saying that it's the guy. Honestly, like I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of everybody's names. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I don't know the guy that she like hangs out with. I don't know his name. And honestly, I don't even know the difference between the two twins. Like one is May and one is Osha. I don't know which one is May and which one's Osha. I don't know which one's May and which one's Osha. It's like one of the twins. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that like he is Smilo Ren. I want to say that I still think it's one of the moms. That one of the moms somehow survived. And it's one of the moms. But a lot of people think it's the white guy. Which I wouldn't put it past them, right? To make the white guy the evil villain. Duh. That's like so obvious. Make the white guy the villain. Okay. Which I honestly thought that was where my mind went. Like I thought it was the white guy. I was like, oh, okay, look, it's the white. She has a white guy friend. That's the villain. Okay, that's the white friend. That's the villain. Like I was thinking, oh well, maybe it is one of the moms, right? Maybe one of the moms survived and she just got rageful and vengeful, and now she's using the power of many, like in a bad way, right? She's using the thread in a bad way. And I don't think that it would be the black mom because they wouldn't make a black person a villain, right? Even one of the twins, the evil twin, has become good now. So they wouldn't make the black mom. So I'm thinking maybe it was the white mom. I don't know.
I don't know, but
I don't know.
Terracus is like Leslie's really worried about Star Wars. It's not just Leslie. It's Dave. Like I'm saying, since 2008, Dave Filoni has been butchering Star Wars lore well before Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams got their hands on the property via Kathleen Kennedy taking over Lucasfilm. Right, so it's not just Leslie, because all the scripts, and it's been confirmed that what we've been saying, pretty much, they have to go through Dave Filoni. He's chief creative officer, so nothing moves forward script-wise without his say-so, without his approval, pretty much. So this is Dave Filoni also. It's not just Leslie Headland. Like Leslie Headland, she's full on to blame for bringing this shit into Star Wars, but Dave Filoni.
Well, Leslie Headland is to blame for this horrible show.
Yeah,
I will blame Leslie Headland. I'll blame all three of them. Okay, they are the holy trinity of the most terrible Star Wars show ever. Right? Headland, Kennedy, and Filoni. The holy trinity of creating the worst Star Wars show imaginable. Right?
Yeah, I'm not saying
which by the way, dipped down to 13% on Rotten Tomatoes today.
Yeah. I'm not saying that to just blame from
congratulations.
But I still see people defending
Kathleen
Dave Filoni.
Kennedy, Dave Filoni. Good job.
I still see people defending Dave Filoni, basically, or just finally fucking realizing how much of a fraud he is. I'm like, you're just figuring that out.
I think that the ones that the people that are holding on, right? The people that are holding on to Star Wars are just the ones that will like anything just because it is Star Wars. Like that's it. They're going to like it regardless of what it is. They're hyped for it. They're on board with it. They're going to like it despite what it is. It doesn't matter. Those are the people that they have left. Okay. But those are also the people that that are probably watching Disney Plus, like on their parents' account, or are sharing one Disney Plus account between 5 friends, or sailing the high seas for it. Right. Like they're not giving Disney any money. They're not buying any merch. They're just supporting it on Twitter because it gets clicks, right? They're like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come out. Come on, Star Wars account, retweet me. Let's go. Star Wars account. Come on, retweet me. Come on. I'm simping for the Acolyte right now. I think that those are the people that they have left as Star Wars fans, because everybody else is watching the Acolyte and thinking, wow, the show is terrible. This show, I was on board. I was trying to like the new Disney Star Wars, right? I was trying to like it, and they can't like it anymore because it's just ruining a lot of the Star Wars lore. A lot of it, there is no denying it. They're ruining the lore to the point where people are going to Wikipedia and just editing it just so it fits in with I guess this narrative now that Leslie Headland has
which they're starting to do with Ki-Adi-Mundi's character.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah. So and then also now with the thread, and all that bullshit. So I think that the people that they have left as Star Wars fans aren't true Star Wars fans, not gonna spend any money on it. That's it. Those are the people that they have left, the Twitter weirdos. That's it. Even the people who were still holding on to hope, right? That Star Wars could possibly maybe turn around, do something good, be something good, be awesome and amazing again. Are quitting. They're just like, this is stupid. I'm fed up with it. This is the worst piece of garbage that you have fed us. And if you think that we're stupid enough to like this show, wow, you have there's no forgiving Lucasfilm. And I think that those people, right? I think that this is those fans' last Jedi, right? This is their last Jedi. Because we already went through that with The Last Jedi and Rian Johnson, but they stuck with it. They were like, no, y'all are just hating just to hate, right? Because you're man babies or whatever. This is their Last Jedi. So this is probably their first time being called racist, sexist, because they don't like it. They don't like the show. This is their first time being called those things. This is their Last Jedi. We're used to it, so we can just talk about it and call it out and have those weirdos reply back, and it just reply back on Twitter. It doesn't bother us, doesn't faze us anymore. But this is their Last Jedi. Like I compared this show, right? I compared it to She-Hulk for Marvel fans. Okay, same type of thing. Like after Endgame, I mean, it was like what the Spider-Man movie and Guardians of the Galaxy movie that were good. Like that's pretty much it. And even those movies, I think like Spider-Man really relied heavily on people's love for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, right? So because if you really like watch the movie, it's kind of like it kind of sucks. You take out those two characters, it's not very good.
Yeah, it full on relied on nostalgia.
Right. And so I think like what another movie, I can't remember, but anyways, and then like Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought that was really good. That movie was good, but all the rest has been shit. Okay. I know. I'm so sorry, Disparu. Disparu is She-Hulk's #1 fan. He has She-Hulk t-shirts. Like he is She-Hulk's #1 fan. Okay.
He pictures himself like this like scene where she kind of like picks up the guy and like cradles him like a baby and like takes him in their bed.
Yeah, that's Disparu. All right, that's Disparu. Disparu is the man that She-Hulk cuddles.
Yes.
Right? Coddles like a baby.
Yeah.
But I think that I really think that the Acolyte is like She-Hulk. Okay, because She-Hulk is when She-Hulk just completely broke like the Marvel stands. Right? Not even they could defend She-Hulk. They couldn't say that She-Hulk was a great show. They couldn't do it. The only ones that were defending She-Hulk were the weirdos on Twitter, right? The weirdos just that just love to hate, right? Like the ones the reply people, right? The reply people. The ones that are just like, "Oh, you just hate to hate." Right? I love this show, even though like they really don't. They just live to reply back, right? Those were like the fans of She-Hulk because She-Hulk was garbage. You couldn't defend She-Hulk. It was a garbage show that was put out as a fuck you to fans, right? The same thing with The Acolyte. The Acolyte sucks. Leslie Headland hates you, right? And they're just telling us now, we fucking hate you. With every single interview that they do, they're like, Star Wars sucks. Like, you know what I mean? They might as well just say that. Star Wars sucked. I wasn't a real fan of it. So I'm just going to make something that I think is good and just paint it with a Star Wars brush.
We have articles like this now. That I found, and I'm like, dear God, you're making me talk about Star Wars now because the Jedi have been the bad guys in Star Wars for a long time, and this is basically primarily focusing on the prequels. This article was
written in response to Nerd Cookie's tweet that went viral because she just put out a tweet that said like, just a reminder, the Jedi are the good guys, and that shit took off. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it, right? That tweet alone, just saying the Jedi are the good guys, would be one of the most controversial things to say in the Star Wars community.
I be pre Kathleen Kennedy, pretty much. Like that is like there was no gray Jedi. It was light side, dark side, Jedi good, Sith bad, pretty much. It's like always been the case. It's like always been that case. Yeah, Disparu's a weirdo on Twitter. And Falcon, hello. Disparu needs for She-Hulk to have that season 2. How else to justify the cost of that shirt? Yeah.
I really want She-Hulk to get a season 2 just for Disparu. Like just for Disparu. Disparu's doing freaking awesome. Like I don't watch Velma, never watched Velma, didn't watch Kenobi, didn't watch any of those shows. I watched Disparu's reviews. He's like the best reviewer out there right now. I like live for his reviews. It's like, oh, notification, there it is. I can't wait.
Okay, yeah, just deconstruction is their way. Yeah, so basically this primarily focused on the prequel films. I'm just gonna get to their reasonings pretty much. The prequels changed how audiences saw the Jedi. All right, so the Jedi were. Let's get this out right now. The Jedi were never the real villains of Star Wars. It puts "real" in quotes, basically. But they were still bad. They were still bad, pretty much. So, it's basically they were never the real villains, pretty much. Like, despite the fact that there was a Sith walking around and clouding their vision, and he had, basically his apprentice Darth Maul, and then Count Dooku, and then ultimately Darth Vader, pretty much. The villains are still characters like Emperor Palpatine, Sith, and the Empire. What this is saying, though, is that the Jedi as an organization have not always been the complete paragons of good and have not been that way in the series for a long time. So, yeah, basically, the spin is real, folks. The spin is in full effect for the essentially for the acolyte, was saying, hey, like, yeah, you all complaining about the Jedi being portrayed as bad in the show. Well, like, obviously you were never Star Wars fans. You never paid attention because they were bad back in the prequels, pretty much. I mean, their vision was clouded, pretty much, and they became complacent.
Mm-hmm.
But they were never villains. They were never bad.
Villains.
They were never villains. They were never bad. They were still the paragons of good. Basically, did they make bad decisions? Yes, they made bad decisions. But it was never out of ill intent. It was never for any evil purposes. They made mistakes. What the prequels showed with the Jedi, all right, at best or at worst, is that they are fallible. They have faults. That's at worst. The Jedi were portrayed in the prequels. They were fallible. They weren't perfect. That's it. I'm reading this article. Like, did this asshole watch the prequels? I mean, I can't believe I'm defending those crappy movies. Pretty much, I'm not a prequels fan, but I'm sitting here talking about kind of defending them in this regard because of this article.
I think they got too involved with politics in the prequels. So,
well, yeah, but it doesn't make them villains. It doesn't make them villains. It makes them they made bad choices. Like they should have stayed out of it.
They weren't evil. Like I agree with you. It wasn't anything like inherently. There were no. They didn't make decisions out of like selfish reasons, right? Yeah. Like that wasn't it. Mara, really quickly, look, I want to share this. I just saw this on Twitter. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Oh God.
Look at this shark. Look at this shark.
They can swim in 3 feet of water, folks. I'm like, this is nothing new. They can swim in 3 feet of water.
Dude, this scares the shit out of me. What the fuck?
This is why I don't
people.
Yeah, this is why I don't go into the ocean. This is why I don't go into the ocean.
Oh my God.
Get out! What the fuck? Get out!
Hey, JRO, no worries.
Sorry, it had nothing to do with what we were talking about. I just wanted to share it because I saw it and I'm like,
I'm basically at one point, like, I'm fascinated by sharks. I absolutely am just like fascinated by sharks. Will I go near one? No. But I'm fascinated by it because they are literally like built as a perfect predator for like millennia, even longer than that, pretty much. But basically, so, and one of their points is that the Qui-Gon Jinn kind of like, basically was the kind of the rebel, so to speak, like basically the thorn on the side of the Jedi Council because he was open-minded. But still, Qui-Gon was good. He just kind of didn't listen to the Council. But that's it. That's it, because he wanted to train Anakin Skywalker because he believed in the prophecy of the Chosen One. So much so that when he found Anakin, he was willing to rebel, so to speak, against the Jedi Council and train Anakin. That's it. But they make it like, but because he kind of did that, that must mean because, the Jedi were bad. So I feel the snakes, yeah. Another one. Oh, you'll love this. Bringing up Ahsoka. With the so in Empire Strikes Back, Yoda says war does not make one great, yet we see the Jedi acting as generals and fighting on the front lines in the war. It's because they made a mistake. It's because they chose that out of good intentions chose to basically fight in the war. So Yoda says that because he's speaking from experience. But nothing does not mean the Jedi were bad. Okay. It's established in The Phantom Menace that the reason the Jedi do not want to train Anakin is Jedi because he's too old, having formed attachments to his mother. That's why Jedi discover foreign sets of kids early on and train them to be Jedi, but this comes from what they catch. Basically, they take the child away, they can't see their family again. All right? So Katana was 14. This is, again, like, this is Dave Filoni breaking lore, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
This is Dave Filoni breaking lore because, granted, Ahsoka was a George Lucas creation, right? But Ahsoka was never supposed to survive Order 66. She was supposed to die. Making her a Padawan to Anakin Skywalker does not make any sense. Anakin would not have been taken on a Padawan at that point, nor would he have let said Padawan call him Sky Guy. All right, he would have basically slapped the sass out of her mouth as soon as she said that. Because this is not like the Anakin we see in Clone Wars is not the Anakin that we see in the expanded universe. Right, so basically, like she's given to him as a Padawan, and she breaks lore pretty much in doing so. And she was supposed to die, following like basically as part of Order 66, and after it when Vader hunts down the remaining Jedi. All right, Qui-Gon went with his feelings. Yeah, don't work off of feelings in the main parts. Yes, it is kind of a tourist observation because the Jedi also go with their feelings, basically. All right. Qui-Gon was going off his feelings because he believed so much in the Chosen One prophecy. So because he believed so much in that prophecy, he was willing to go against the Jedi Council, so to speak, and train Anakin Skywalker.
Is this really what they're going with right here? As
This is what they're going with.
See, this is why they're bad.
This is why they're bad. Yeah.
They say it all the time. Trust your feelings. Right?
Exactly. Trust your feelings.
They say that all
Trust
the
your
time.
feelings.
Trust your feeling. Oh, so they're not supposed to feel anything. The difference between like the Jedi and the Sith is like, yes, trust your feelings, whatever. But like the Sith, the more they hurt, the more they hate, right?
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
use that to fuel themselves, right? Like,
Yeah.
but it's so fucking stupid. They're really using that.
Mm-hmm. And Anakin even tried to warn Mace Windu that Palpatine was too powerful, basically. And Anakin ultimately turned to the dark side because like Palpatine promised to show him how to like keep Padme from dying.
Padme, yeah.
So
It's so stupid.
because
Did you see
this is right here. It says some might point to Anakin Skywalker's downfall and to Darth Vader being why the Jedi have strict rules about forming attachments, but that was not the key to Anakin's downfall. He embraced Palpatine because he had no one else to turn to. No, he embraced Palpatine. He saw Palpatine. He Palpatine as a mentor.
He literally turned to Master Yoda, and Master Yoda taught him a lesson. He's like, you can't have attachments, right? He's talking to him about death, and he's like, don't be scared of death. Rejoice in the people that have moved on and turned into the Force, right? Like he literally, what are you talking about? He had no one to turn to. He literally turned to Master Yoda in the movie.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, he tried to warn Mace Windu. There were plenty of people he turned to in those movies, pretty much. Plenty of people he turned to in those movies. He ultimately embraced Palpatine because Palpatine lied to him, saying that he could help him save Padme from dying. That's ultimately why he embraced him.
It says the Jedi had created an organization where Anakin could not turn to figures like Obi-Wan, Yoda, Mace Windu for help.
Literally the figures he turns
with the fears or love
Mace
for
Windu.
Padme. He literally fucking... Did you just skip over that part where he's talking to Yoda and talking to him about these dreams that he's having about his mom? Right? Like he did turn to Yoda. And Yoda is telling him, Yoda taught him a lesson.
Yeah.
But he couldn't accept that. He can't accept what Yoda's teaching. So he literally did go to Yoda. What are you talking about?
He went to, like I said, like he went to... There was plenty of people he turned to, pretty much. Like, he didn't just talk to Palpatine. The Jedi are an aspiration. Yeah, they're supposed to be an aspiration because they're the good side. They are the balance to the Force.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm saying, like, I saw this article and I'm like,
this article is such bullshit.
The Acolyte continues to show the downside of the Jedi. Let's just talk about this.
Because that's how they want to portray the Jedi. Not the downside of the Jedi. They're literally portraying them as space cops. As evil space cops. That's how they're portraying the Jedi. Because that's what they want to do. That's how they want to portray them. So,
Now, it says right here, I don't watch this series or anything like that. In the episode Destiny, audiences are given a new look at the Jedi. They arrive on the planet Brendok and confront the Witch Clan. The Jedi express concern that the witches are training children and instead want to test the twins to see if they could become Jedi. The episode highlights the Jedi's hypocrisy, as it is okay for them to train children in the ways of the Force, but want to stop the witches from doing so. Yeah, the Jedi are hypocrites, ladies and gentlemen. The Acolyte is building on the tapestry that George Lucas laid out for the Jedi in the prequels. I'm like, did you watch these movies?
No, they didn't. They didn't watch the movies because if they did, they wouldn't have written that stupid paragraph about how Anakin didn't have anybody to turn to. No, they haven't watched it. It's so stupid. That what a ridiculous thing. They're like, and what's her name? And Amandla says, "Oh, the journalists hate me, and they're not taking my side. Do better. Look at this stupid fucking article that this person. What are you fucking talking about? They are literally like reaching like from the back ends of bullshit in order to spin this up and like try and defend your fucking show. It's so stupid."
And it even brings up Rey. Like, with Rey set to lead a new Star Wars film set 15 years after Rise of Palpatine, hopefully her new Jedi Order won't make the same mistakes as before. Don't worry.
They won't.
Don't worry,
won't, Mara.
They won't make the same mistakes.
Because they're being led by a woman this time.
Yes.
They're not going to make the same mistakes.
Not the
her
evil
Jedi,
men.
Her Jedi people her Jedi students are going to be perfect.
Yes.
Right? It's not just going to be one Mary Sue. It's going to be a whole army of them.
And yeah, the show Witch Clan said the Night Sisters. The Night Sisters were witches, and they also used a warped version of the Force to use it for evil purposes. That's what the Jedi are concerned about. Not because they would want to necessarily train the children. Even then, depending on how old the children were, chances are they wouldn't have taken them because they might have been too old. I didn't see the episode, but they'd be concerned with the fact that they are being taught a warped version of the Force. Pretty much. But that's it. Anakin did show remorse, killing a tribe of Tusken Raiders in Attack of the Yes and no. Yes and no. He did ultimately feel like bad about what he did, but at the same time, he didn't regret it.
No, because he hates them. I hate them.
Like he said, so he
what they
did
to
show
his mom.
emotion. He did feel bad.
Yeah.
He didn't regret it. So it's like yes and no, kind of a situation. Which was like perfect because Anakin is supposed to fall to the dark side, so you don't want him showing necessarily remorse because ultimately he has to progress or
become Vader
to becoming a Sith, not a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I saw that article and I'm like, you know what? Like they're pulling me back in and talking about this shit because this title alone was like such bullshit, pretty much that had to like talk about it. And like, he basically like doesn't even like provide any evidence to that argument. So, but here, I'm going to close those articles.
Did you see this article? It says Leslie Headland, queer creator of the gayest Star Wars series, claps back at haters who claim it's woke propaganda with lesbian space witches.
No, I didn't see that article.
You didn't see that? Here, I'll share it to you.
Real fast, because we have like a few more to get through before 10.
All right. Queer creator of the gayest Star Wars series claps back at haters who claim it's woke propaganda with lesbian space witches. This is her quote. Where is it at? Headland slammed. Oh, hold on, wait. The narrative in question implied that two powerful witches belonging to an all-female society used force magic to generate their female offspring. The twin main characters of the show played by Stenberg. In social media circles, disgruntled fans started mocking the series for having lesbian space witches a legitimate part of Star Wars canon. Headland slammed that reading of the episode, telling the outlet, "They're in a matriarchal society. As a gay woman, I knew it would lead. I knew it would read that their sexuality is queer, but there also aren't many men in their community. There are no men in their community.
As you said, there aren't any men in their community.
There also aren't any men in their community. So a closeness between the two of them would be natural. It seemed plot driven.
It's not matriarchal. It's
really
reductive.
I would say it's really reductive to call them lesbians. I think it means you're not really paying attention to the story. No, they're lesbians. They're fucking lesbians.
It's not matriarchal because matriarchal would still have men in the society. It would just be run by the women. That's what it fucking means.
Yeah. It would still be, men and women, but it would be a matriarchal society, be run by the women. But this is just an island of lesbians. They're lesbians. They literally have someone these two women who one created them, one carried them, and it's very clear that they are lesbians with the way that they talk and touch each other. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Basically taking the Isle of Lesbos literally for Star Wars, pretty much.
Disbrew says, I still think they hid the men. Someone built their houses. Yeah, that's true. How did their houses get built?
It's so fucking stupid. Well, I'm saying, like, like, I'm not saying that their love story did not make any sense, basically, because, again, attachment is forbidden with the Jedi Code. So having a forbidden romance and ultimately producing offspring, because, obviously Luke and Leia had to come from somewhere, finding out that they're brother and sister and they're the son and daughter of Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, they had to come from somewhere. I have no problem with that. I think they started Anakin too young. So that way it's felt really rushed in the second movie for her to fall in love with them, pretty much. That was my issue. I didn't care. The romance was it had to happen. But yeah. But anyway, since we're talking Star Wars, let's talk about Disney hiring practices. So if you're a white man, don't apply.
Do not apply. Not even if you're a light-skinned dark person, you need not apply either. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, but I'm not gonna go entirely into this article. Basically, the video is going around on Twitter, but you had the VP recorded admitting, so a senior VP of all things, admitting the company engages in blatantly racist hiring practices, saying, quote, "There are times when it's spoken, there's no way we're hiring a white male in this role." So pretty much speaking the open secret, essentially, is what it amounts to. We've known all along, based on Disney's embrace of DEI and other and their little HR practices, that this is not a surprise whatsoever. Hey, fuck Norris, this is not a surprise whatsoever. So it's you're speaking the open secret pretty much at this point. So he says here, so basically this is shared to the O'Keefe Media Group. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Michael Giordano, I believe is how his name is pronounced, offered insight. Composed of numerous video recordings taken across what appear to be a number of dates with the OMG plant. The first of O'Keefe's clips sees Giordano explaining that while Disney does have diversity, equity, and inclusion department, the edict for his promotion comes from CEO Bob Iger himself. So basically he says, we have a diversity, equity, and inclusion department who is very involved in setting standards to make sure that shows have diversity. So basically, Bob has a say in this. Yeah, he gives 100%. He gives the directive for each show. No, not specifically, but hey, I want every show to have substantial diversity. So again, the open secret. I want to get to the quote where he says, "A relatively large percentage of our top writers, creators happen to be gay." So it just happens to. If you say whatever, I don't know, whatever 10 or 15% of the population is gay, I would guess that 30 to 35% of our top writers happen to be, gay. So basically, it's not indicative of the population if you're doing that, because you are. If you want to reflect the population, then your writers would be 10 to 15% would be gay, not 30 to 35 or 35%. Trying to think what he talks about. White men need not apply. There's no way we would hire a white male. Okay. It says, we wanted to hire somebody in a department from a few years ago now who was half black but didn't appear half black. And there was a creative executive who's like, that's not what's wanted. They wanted somebody in meetings who would appear a certain way, and he wasn't going to bring that to the meeting. So this is on corporate side, business side, corporate side. So they say they don't care about it, but the truth is, to some extent, they do. If you're mixed, you don't look black at all, which sometimes happens, then they're like, oh, I'm not so sure. But if they're mixed and you can tell basically they're part black, but not that black, then okay.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So they're
Damn.
saying the open secret pretty much. Like like you're not black enough, pretty much. So if
Yeah, you're not dark enough.
too white.
Right? You got some melanin, but not enough melanin. All right. It's literally that meme, right? Of like the color card. Remember, like getting pulled over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that
Yeah.
Family Guy meme.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
that meme. You
Mhm.
must look like I'm gonna make that. Hold on, let me find it. You must be this dark to work at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Look, it is literally it's this meme. Oh my god. It's the race card. Hold on. I gotta make it bigger. Jesus, that looked like shit, but whatever. Look, it's oh my god, wrong button. Look, it's this meme. You must but opposite, right? Like this is not okay, and this one's okay to work at Disney. Not okay, but okay.
Yeah. Like I see, I just like just picture him holding up like up to an applicant, going, nope, you're not okay. Pretty much. So let's see. I'm gonna say like this quote here. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think I'm sort of well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it. But as far as Disney's concerned, I'm a white male, and that's not who they are looking to promote at the moment. So she's like asking, like, do you think you'll have opportunity at Disney? Like, no, because I'm a white male, and that's not who they're looking to promote at the moment.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, it doesn't matter the fact that he's already a senior vice president or anything like that. No, it doesn't matter. He's the wrong skin color. It's the wrong skin color. So, and so it's probably fair that Disney would say we don't want a white person to play this role. Yeah, I mean, they're very careful about messaging because they don't want to get sued for discrimination in either direction. But certainly there have been times where there's no way we're hiring a white male for this. It's just kind of the unspoken, open secret, pretty much. There's no way we're hiring a white male for this. They'd be very careful about how they messaged it, but yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. So basically, like I said, the video is going around on Twitter because I don't think they have it here. Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, it's that one. They literally like they want to do is they want to just base everything around diversity. You know, that's it. It's that's all they're hiring for. Like qualifications be damned. All right. Are you gay? Are you brown or black? That's it. Are you a woman? You know, like that's literally it. That's all they want to know. That's all they want to know.
Yes.
And that's why the quality is going to shit, because they don't really care what your qualifications are. That's why the quality is going so fucking downhill, because they're not basing it off of, you know, are you qualified for the job? Can you do a good job? Are you passionate about this, that, and the other? They're basing it off of what you look like and who you sleep with. Like, that's it. That's all they're basing it off of. It's insane. It's crazy. And illegal. It's fucking illegal.
But they tiptoe around them, like basically when they message it, even in
they say that like they use buzzwords, like we're not, you know, not the usual suspects. We're not looking for the usual suspects.
Yes, yeah. So they kind of use like toe that line. So
That's what they say. That's the buzzwords that they use, right? No, we're not looking for the usual suspects. So that way they can't get sued.
Basically, made discrimination. Okay, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, so. Like I said,
this is how we get, you know,
this is the open
this is how we get Megan Thee Stallion in a She-Hulk show, or Jack Black and Lizzo in a Star Wars show. This is why, because they're hiring people.
They look Jack Black are canon now in the Star Wars universe. Good job. The Mandalorian saved Star Wars. Now you have Lizzo and Jack Black in there. Now you have the gayest Star Wars show out there with the acolytes. I remember when people said that was never going to happen. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers too. Anyway,
look, this is off topic, but look, I want to show you this.
All right, got 2 more articles. Chat.
This is the youth of today.
I mean, I don't talk to my family. They're irrelevant. They're irrelevant. none of them have followers. If they got followers or got rich, I'd probably talk to them again.
Now, hang on a minute. Did you just say I don't talk to my family because they don't have followers?
If they had followers, they'd be here right now.
You talking about your mother?
I mean, my mom has more followers than my sister.
It's your mother. What difference does she make? What do you care if she has followers or not? It's your mother.
Can anyone tell me like what I would talk to my mom about if she's not going to be making me relevant?
She made you relevant by popping you out of her fucking uterus, you prick.
Like, that's what happens when you get famous. You cut people off.
Seriously?
I mean, everyone's
Okay.
upset that
Then the parents should take a cue
you
from
guys
him.
aren't relevant
Cut 'em
either,
off.
so you don't understand.
Parents
I don't
take a cue from him. I'm speaking to his parents right now. If you're like at all fucking watching the stream, yeah. If you are watching the stream, take a cue from his book and cut him off. Disown him. Okay, you want to say we're irrelevant, then you're irrelevant. Basically, you make your way by
Let's
yourself.
just say
These are the kids today, though. This is it. Like, this is all that matters to them. That's all that matters. I'm famous now. You're irrelevant. You're irrelevant.
Like, what? Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what matters nowadays to these kids, right? They don't fucking care about any of these IPs. What matters is likes and follows. That's it. That's all they fucking care about. That is their currency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was like I won't talk to my dad until he makes an Acolyte video.
That is it. This is how the mind works of the young child today, right? God. Look at his hair.
I'm saying
his eyebrows. His eyebrows look better than mine. What the fuck?
I'm like, and I want to know how he's relevant. If he's saying his parents are irrelevant, even though his mom has more followers, like his family basically is irrelevant, even though his mother has more followers than his sister, what makes him relevant?
He's famous.
For
He
what?
has a lot of followers.
For what? He has a lot of followers, basically.
He's just famous for having a lot of. He's just famous. Like, if you reach like a follower threshold in these young people's minds, honestly, like this is how it is. If you reach a certain follower threshold in their mind, they're like, I am so relevant right now. Like, people like me. They're actually following me. That's all that matters to them. They're basically like, I'm famous. I'm wherever they have the most followers, right? They're like, I'm Instagram famous or I'm TikTok famous. Like, literally, like that's how they think. That's all they care about is the follows and the likes, which is so fucking stupid. They're like, oh my gosh, I went viral. Like, that's all they care about is going viral. I went viral. It's like the best thing that's ever happened to them. I went viral. That's like their goal. Their goal is to just go viral. I've gone viral 3 times on Instagram and I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, cool. That's awesome.
I've
Look at
gone,
that.
like, I guess, technically viral on Twitter.
I'll share it like every once in a while. I'll be like, oh my gosh, look, boom. That was cool. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I've gone viral sometimes on Twitter, and that's like brought the ire of like, you know, SJW tards to my timeline because they don't like what I had to say. Like when I said Bruce Wayne is black, like, you know, it's like, you know, like when I like basically said that Bruce Wayne isn't black because that actor wanted to play Batman in the upcoming DCU. I'm like, I'm sorry, Bruce Wayne is not black. How about you play Jon Stewart, like an actual black character? And they like basically like just came at me. And just about every time they come at me, they'll quote tweet me and goes, like, how does this bitch have this many followers?
Yes. How do you have so many followers? Yeah, because that's all that matters to them. That's why Amandla made the video because she went viral again for the wrong reasons, right? That's why she had to clap back with that video, with that music video, because she went viral again, but for the wrong reasons. That's why she said, that's her very first fucking line. I'm going viral on Twitter again.
Yeah.
The very first line, because she hates that she's going viral for something bad again, right? She hates it. That's all they care about. This Bruce says, remember China surveyed their kids and they all wanted to be astronauts and the West wanted to be content creators. Yes. That is the number one career choice of the kids in the US. They want to be content creators. They don't have to work.
I'm basically just about fully on board for sterilization at this point.
So bored, don't fuck with me.
I'm pretty much chat. I'm just like full on board for sterilization at this point. I remember like growing up wanting to be like, you know, a doctor or something like that, like, you know, an actual fucking career. Never thought I'd be on YouTube necessarily, but like we were like want to be doctors or lawyers or teachers or whatever, like actual fucking careers.
Yeah.
Content creator is not a career; it's a pastime.
Now you can go viral for anything. You can go viral by saying "Huck Tua."
Well, that's an open secret. She said the quiet thing, so she said.
You gotta give him that "Huck Tua." Sit on that thing.
Bless her heart. Like, she is a legend. Like, she said the quiet thing out loud.
She did. She said the quiet thing out loud. Oh my gosh. I was like, no, you're not supposed to say that.
You're not supposed to reveal that secret. Anyways, again, another open secret like that we've known pretty much that's been confirmed by a character artist who basically confirms that there's industry bias against attractive female characters. And to quote, "It's very difficult to pitch beautiful or vain black women in games without them coming back like grocery store aunties." He's trying to coffee out, yes. So basically, another open secret. Oh, what did you do?
Huck Tua.
The quote is basically there's a real bias against beautiful female characters. And where's the quotes? Oh God, she is so ugly. Okay, so basically, so this is like this Del Walker, all right, on Twitter, retweeting a picture of English footballer Bukayo Saka's girlfriend Talami Benson. I'm guessing. I'm hoping I'm not butchering her name. Wearing a jacket emblazoned with the Arsenal right winger's original jersey number. Walker recalled, quote, basically, this is what she looks like. Okay. Very beautiful woman.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, very beautiful woman. Says, there's been a handful of times I've pitched black women characters that look like this. Then after 10 iterations, the concept or model comes back without a speck of the original beauty I pitched.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Oh my God.
I'm not talking about mild changes. I'm talking about pose, aura, style, softness, age, flair. I hate giving Gamergate men fuel. Okay, like he's kind of lost me there. But it's very difficult to pitch beautiful or vain black women in games without them coming back like grocery store aunties. There is room for both. Like, look at this.
There's a reason for that. You can't have female characters anymore. They have to look androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is required for them to look androgynous. That's why Stellar Blade was such a huge deal, because it was a woman who actually looked like a woman. She had the jiggle physics, right? Like, she was a beautiful, gorgeous woman with womanly features. Nowadays, like, especially in like Western video game culture, you can't have that anymore. Everything has to be androgynous. Look at what they turned Pokemon Go into. I mean, those characters, didn't even have like really crazy curves, but they still turned them into disgusting looking, like long-armed, oddly posed up androgynous characters. Like, they look disgusting.
That we just talked about
they give the women broad shoulders and long fucking arms, and no boobs, no butt. They make them look like them.
This guy says, dude, a friend of mine, an Asian woman, was just telling me about how this happens to her when she designs Asian women for Western games. They always have her work redesigned by a Western artist to look more stereotypical, then pat themselves on the back for good representation. So she, I guess, wasn't bad looking, but anyway, so it's like this is like the Silent Hill game that we were talking about, basically, where they took this female character that looked beautiful, right, very attractive, and they made it look like a pre-teenage boy wearing a wig. I'm like, women want to look at attractive women as well. Pretty much, we want to look at attractive women as well, like straight, lesbian, or bi. We want to look at attractive women as well, and the fact that they are giving us women that look like this right here and not this. I mean, I thought they were supposed to be allies to the LGBTQ community at this point. I think lesbians would like to look at the one on the left more than the one on the right, because that one on the right looks too masculine for their tastes, and they always seem to forget that lesbians play video games too. It
doesn't matter. They have to be androgynous. They can't look like women. They have to look androgynous. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Even
That's
though,
how that's how they claim to be inclusive.
so
They have to look androgynous,
Yeah.
which fucking sucks and is fucking stupid.
Mhm.
Let the women look like women, but they can't because otherwise they won't be seen as inclusive.
No.
They have to look androgynous. They can't have any like defining features.
So, but yeah, as I'm saying, like, you know, again, like another open secret in the industry, pretty much. That, you know, it's like, yeah, like obviously they have a bias against attractive female characters. We're seeing that all over the place. We're seeing that all over the fucking place with these like remasters, as opposed to remasters being announced, and we're like looking at these remaster trailers, going, "What the fuck did you do to this female character?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not anything new.
Here, look, I want to share this to you.
All right, and then we'll do the last article real fast, but after like we.
All right. It says watch breaking. Watch Raven Simone say she denied Disney's plan for her character to be gay.
Feel comfortable doing. Disney wanted her to be queer in the beginning, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. They were like, "Do you want Raven to be gay?" I said, "Why?" "Because you are." I said, "Bad reason. That's a bad reason." No, Raven Baxter never exhibited any type of sexual identity situation in the priors. I'm not being myself on this show. I'm being Disney wanted her to be queer in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like bad reason, because you are bad
Disney
reason.
wanted her to be queer. I bet they were seething. They were just like, "Oh, you know, she's gonna say yes. She's gonna say yes." Another queer idol for kids to look up to. She's like, "No,
No,
I'm not playing myself." Exactly. She's 100% right. Okay, she's not playing herself. She's an actress. She's gonna play someone else.
Yeah.
And if it's completely out of line for, like, you know, this character of Raven to be gay, she's like, she never expressed that. Like, there's nothing in her character that ever hinted that she was queer, that she was gay. So why the hell am I going to play her as gay?
Yeah. Another one just like, you know, when they came back to her and said, "Well, because you're gay." So like, well, it's like to make the character, like,
because
like,
you're gay.
bad
Like, I don't want to play myself. I'm myself every day, right? I don't want to. I'm not an actor to play myself. I play myself every day. I know that role very, very well.
Yeah.
I'm playing Raven.
Last article chat, because I had to at least give my thoughts on this pretty much. All right, but this is like comment, like basically like people are starting to notice certain things about War of the Rohirrim now that bounding. I did 2 videos talking about 2 bounding into comics articles, basically about how they were going to break lore with this War of the Rohirrim film, as well as inject feminism. All right, and the how they're injecting feminism in this animated film, which I'm really sad to say that I have no really inclination to at all watch, is the fact that they are introducing a new female protagonist, Hera, who is the unnamed daughter, right? Who is the unnamed daughter in the story they are adapting about Helm Hammerhand, all right? And who had like no bearing whatsoever on the entire plot of the story that takes place like over like about 2 to 3 pages. That's all. It's about 2 to 3 pages. It's like it's in the appendices. All right, it's in the appendices. So basically, it's a little bit better than a footnote. It's a little bit better than a footnote, pretty much. But they are focusing on the unnamed daughter, giving her a name, and transforming itself into a feminist story because of that focus, where basically she will lead an all-female tribe of warriors. Why do we need to see that? We want to see Helm Hammerhand. That's what the story is about. Helm Hammerhand, chat, is one of the original fuck around and find out characters. Not just in Lord of the Rings lore, but just in like storytelling in general. He punches a man who got uppity with them, basically. This man that Helm punched wanted Helm to give his daughter, like Helm's daughter, in marriage to this, prick's son. All right? Helm basically had the prick's men stay away while he and, the other guy went to go talk. Wherein Helm basically punched the man, and the man died as a result of said punch. So Helm was the fuck around and find out character. He also, I happen to have my Lord of the Rings book down here. All right, let me see if I still have this dependencies marked. All right. Let's see where it says. Where it's. Okay. This is talking about Helm. Helm grew fierce and gaunt for famine and grief, and the dread of him alone was worth many men in the defense of the burg. He would go out by himself, clad in white, and stalk like a snow troll into the camps of his enemies, and slay many men with his hands. It was believed that if he bore no weapon would bite on him. So basically, he killed men with his bare hands, because the belief was if he did not use a weapon, no weapon would like harm him, pretty much. And he was found, basically, one night men heard the horn blowing, but Helm did not return. In the morning came a sungleam, the first for long days, and they saw a white figure standing still on the dike, alone, for none of the Dunlendings dared come near. There stood Helm, dead as a stone, but his knees were unbent. Yet men said that the horn was still heard at times in the deep, and the wraith of Helm would walk among the foes of Rohan and kill men with fear. That's what Helm's Deep is named after, Helm Hammerhand. That's what he did. He's like the first one-punch man. He punched a man, and the man died from it. But no, they want to focus on Hera. This chick right here. And before, I'm not going to go into this article pretty much but remember this character here, Steph, Eowyn, from Lord of the Rings, basically. You remember seeing going around on Twitter where people were like if this scene was like shown nowadays, you all would be pissed. And it's the scene of Eowyn.
You would call it woke.
Yeah, you would call it woke. Killing the Witch King. Like, you would all call it woke, and we're like, no, we can literally point to the part in The Lord of the Rings where that actually happened. That's why we didn't complain about it back then, because it actually fucking happened.
Yeah.
But this here, where it's focused on this unnamed character, never did. That's why we're pissed. That's why I'm looking at these people it's just dawning on them that this is happening. Or the ones that are happy that Peter Jackson's coming back, and I'm like, did you forget that he helped ruin the Hobbit trilogy? Because he was one of the ones that brought in that non-canonical character Tariel. Like, did you all forget about that? Did you all forget about how mediocre the Hobbit movies were? And you're happy that he's coming back along with his partner who was also instrumental in how mediocre those films were, just because they got lucky. The reason why they got lucky with Lord of the Rings is because Christopher Lee kept them in fucking check. Christopher Lee was there to make sure that they did not stray too far away from the actual lore. That's the reason why Lord of the Rings is as good as it was, because Christopher Lee was there to hold the fucking reins and say, no, we will not have Arwen at Helm's Deep, because he was never fucking there. So he kept them in check. Now, rest in peace, he has passed away. And this is what we're getting. This is what we're getting. So you all are happy that Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, and Philippa Boyens is coming back. This is what we're getting. I just had to give my thoughts on that, because that is they're taking a story, very male-centric story in the appendices of Lord of the Rings, and making it female-centric. But yay, they're coming back, so screw Rings of Power. This is stick it to Rings of Power. No, it's not. Yeah. So if I watch it, it's going to be sailing the high seas. I am not giving a penny to this fucking movie. And if you want me to watch it and give my thoughts on it, I will. But I'm not paying to see it. So no amount of super chats to see the movie. No, nothing. I will not do it. Hey, Jam, we are wrapping up. But yeah, so it's I'm saying, if you really want me to see it, I have no inclination to do so, but if you really want me to see it and give my opinion,
I want you to see it. Do it.
I'll give my opinion on it. Because they break lore. They break lore with Edoras being destroyed. That breaks lore. And they break lore by having it censored on Helm's Daughter.
You might as well do it. I mean, you're watching Wicked this year, so what? You might as well.
You're making me watch Wicked, and you're
I
making
don't
me
know
watch.
what you're talking about. You're very excited for that show. You told me. Or for that movie.
I'll most likely do a stream breakdown of it because I'm not gonna like waste time to do a spoiler-free review of it at that point. No, like if I watch it, I'm basically going to be. If I watch it, I'm just going to go full on spoiler review stream.
Just do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother wasting time doing a spoiler free review of it.
Yeah, just do it.
So,
Do it.
The movie Wicked is named after Mara. You have no idea. And Trey is suffering the crow, so we can all get to suffer together. I'll be doubly suffered because Rings of Power comes out August 29th. So I'm like doubly suffering because of that shit show and then War of the Rohirrim. So anyway, but yeah, chat, I got to call it here because I'm going to take my dog out and Steph wants to go watch House of the Dragon. So thank you all for hanging out with us as we ranted about Star Wars, the open secret of Disney's hiring practices, the open secret of gaming industry not liking attractive female characters at all, basically the Western game devs in particular, and my little rant on War of the Rohirrim, it's going, in my opinion, I have a feeling it's going to be bad. But anyway, Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
Everywhere. My Nerdy Home, everywhere.
All right, yes.
Everywhere.
So pretty much, I'm the one with the branding is, well, a little bit of a branding issue pretty much because my Twitch is Jade_Fire because I was going with the theme of Mara Jade ships basically, but I'm primarily Jade Shadow on Kick, Rumble, YouTube, and OG Mara Jade on Twitter and so forth pretty much. I do gaming streams during the week. I'm dual streaming currently on Kick and Twitch. I normally play Mass Effect tomorrow on Mondays, but I might return to Elden Ring because I started playing that Saturday and I ended up rage quitting because because I was like, I'm done. I'm going to break my controller or my monitor at this point, so I had to call it. But I'll return to Elden Ring tomorrow and continue on my quest to become an Elden Lord, I guess, a Return of the Rage. Tuesday, I don't know if Tuesday is going to be Gears of War or Elden Ring, basically. I'll figure it out. But Wednesday will be the second of the 1s and 2s I do with Orange Chat talking about Jurassic Park Lost World. And then Thursday, I'll be on Orange Chat's channel talking The Ghost and the Darkness. And then I'll figure out what to stream Friday and Saturday if I can do it. This is my Discord. I do, when I play multiplayer games, I have a gaming voice channel over there as well as do watch parties. I just did a watch party this afternoon of Galaxy Quest on my Discord. So thank you. Oh, speaking of this, let me just like shill just a little something, basically. Speaking of millennia, I'm not saying you have to do this, but I do have a throne. And one of the things I have on my throne is a millennia cosplay, but I have it set to crowdfunding. So if you would like to contribute to that cosplay on my throne, I will basically stream Elden Ring wearing the millennia cosplay. So it's there right here on you can see like my throne.com, Jade Shadow. That's my creator thing. And I do have a millennia cosplay there that if you so desire to can contribute to, so I can order it and wear it as part of my Elden Ring streams. So
nice. I will be streaming later on this evening, by the way, after House of the Dragon. Wait about half an hour and then I'm going to go live playing some more Lego Star Wars, Lego Jurassic World.
Yeah. Oh, you'll like this shirt, tank stuff. This one, is on my throne. Where True Crime and Chill.
I love that. I have a bunch of True Crime t-shirts. I never wear them.
So, and because I'm gonna get rid of this because I got a Sailor Mars wig. But yeah, I have Sailor Jupiter cosplay there and other stuff. So yeah, but you're just kind of just chill my throne, So if you so choose, you contribute to that, and I will cosplay as Millennia while playing Elden Ring. So, but anyway, take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. She's going to go watch House of the Dragon. I'm going to take my dog out and go pass out. And we will see you all next time on her channel for Talk Nerdy to Us. So peace and stay safe.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. What the thread has tied together, no one can separate.
Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many.
We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding. All because some would consider our power dark. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle, the gift of life.
Come, claim your destiny.
Ascend.
Power one, power two, the power of many. Power